In today's video, I'll be covering 3 major tips from 3 major LAN winners, players Hal, Zero, and Genburten from Team Falcons, who have all hoisted trophies in Apex Legends worth over $1 million each and called themselves champions of the world. Now, this is no easy feat, but what's even harder is getting that information, their skills, translated to your or my gameplay, because it's super difficult for a pro to invest his energy into improving others and not just improving themselves. They're still competing. Well, that's why I'm here. Today, we're going to break down the things that they do so well and what makes them so successful and translate that into significant and clear ways you can improve your game. Whether you play Apex Legends, you play Valorant, whether you play Fortnite, CSGO, or any other shooting or battle royale genre title, this video will help you. Now, let's watch the first clip and get into the first lesson.
We can shoot them in the back. They're like fighting somebody. They're fighting somebody.
Yeah,
On the hill.
I can't shoot in the back. We shoot this guy in the back here.
They got a bow on the hill. Walking there.
They got his outside. Don't shoot him.
80 on red. 80 red.
The guy right here. Guy right here. Can you see him? On the battle. I fucked him.
I can't do him.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
I've been bad. Hang on. He's dead.
I'm here.
Trust you.
Check the path on the right. Coming. He's about to eat you. Like, kind of.
He's a card right here.
I'm trying to shoot the trio.
He's cracked right there.
He's scan.
I'm walking up right.
He's cracked. He's still cracked. He's still cracked.
Swing it right.
On me? Dude.
Good ult.
25 flash. Dead. One more down the hill.
So patient. Oh, look at that.
Half one.
Dead. Put it back. There's someone down the hill.
Oh, there's one.
Look at that.
There's someone else shooting it, no?
Wow,
There's a
okay.
team over here. They're fine.
That's huge. Let's pause it right there. What I want to highlight first in this clip is recognizing damage and learning when to back off of peaks. Last week, I played in a $50,000 tournament with pro IGLs leading me and my team to hopefully victory. Not really so much with me. Dropped, Zainu were 2 of the captains who are high-level pro players, but we were playing against the likes of Verholst and Reps and Hal and all of these high-level pros that you would see in the ALGS. Being in that lobby with such good players let me know one thing. You die instantly if you're not in the right position. One thing that is a culture shock to people who do not play at the highest of levels but want to get there is how fast you can die. The level of movement and speed that you have to play is so fast that it's honestly probably the biggest thing that you have to get accustomed to. For me, it was the things like rotating, looting, keeping up with my team that I felt myself 10 seconds behind. But if you can imagine just moving and looting being 10 seconds behind, imagine how fast you actually get popped. Yes, in this type of game, you have to always find ways to peek from cover, and Hal is one of the best at doing so. He's able to position himself while chasing this team in a way that if he crouches or moves back, he's instantly able to shut off that angle, which is something many players avoid or just don't know how to do. Imagine Hal dies in that first instant as well. He's getting over aggressive. It's easily an opportunity for their team to over pursue. Now, Zero and Gen can't follow up. They have to prioritize getting back to their teammate Hal, and it gives the other team reset potential so that they can actually become the aggressors in that situation. Hal particularly, but Zero and Gen are great at getting involved in these fights, and yet staying out of harm's way from the retaliation from players. A quick final point, sometimes a good offense is the best defense. And you can see this here from the player's position who is getting pushed by Hal and Team Falcons. They turn around and levy a bunch of damage onto Hal, and he actually has to drop back from that fight, getting very close to getting knocked. This could have, if he had hit a few more shots, forced Zero and Genburten to stop pushing him completely, allowing him and his teammate to reset and get out alive. This didn't happen, unfortunately, but it just goes to show that sometimes guaranteeing death by turning your back to an enemy and letting them just shoot at you for free isn't the best solution, and fighting for your life and making a final stand could have unknown benefits. All right, let's watch the next clip because this one is actually quite controversial, and I'll get into why once we see it.
I think we can get cannon shot and then we're like full save.
There's 9
Try to
things
scan
alive.
him.
On the bridge.
Close here. I'm scanning it.
I cracked him. Oh my god, let's go. Oh my god. One burst him.
I'm on Zero. Nade.
I'm going right.
Crack bang again. I'm not the
Bang
same
right.
bang. Might be 2 teams.
Flash.
Can you see here? Is it 2 teams?
I was cracked on. It's 2.
Two teams or two players?
Same team? Okay.
They're fighting. They're fighting each other. One just got down.
Okay.
I mean, you want to blow in the
I'm
smoke.
right on you. I'm on you.
I can see all.
Cat one. Dead. Let's go,
Dude.
Cat.
On the right side, top. One's on top of the bridge.
Are they running back to
I'm
the
thinking staircase. I'm pushing stairs.
Yeah, come.
Like over it. On me. Killing it.
I need that thing.
My bagel. Two bagels. Vicky. On bridge. Fuse one HP.
Fuse is dead.
Bang 100. Bang dead. Hot dead.
I'm climbing up right now. Hold on. Wait, I can't climb this, bro? I thought about it. I might die.
Double selling.
Are you dying?
I'm good. From
Nice
the
swap.
fucking
Very
ground
fast.
Try to pick me.
I'm 1-0. I'm 1-0.
I'm like 2-0, basically.
Dead.
Yeah, above me.
I'm on.
They're trying it. I'm still ulting, but fuck it. Can't die.
30.
Hit him with the fuse ult.
Good
Let's
ult.
get bad, Jen. Get that battle.
He pushed that.
Batting.
I just fighting building. Like over
Yeah,
here.
no, tough angle.
Lost the team.
Hey, can we hit cannon? It's open, no?
I have to
Bro.
They come.
I'm just dead, bro. I can't do anything.
Okay, it's fine.
Holy
Look where. We should come second.
Unlucky.
Yeah, they're on the rock here. They're stuck on the rock.
Yeah, fine.
What's in path?
I can kill them. I have like one cell.
Bro, how is that general alive?
Okay, yeah.
Hit them.
I'm mining it.
Into them?
Yeah, going.
Oh my god.
That's the other
Killing
team.
it,
That's the other team, man. Right there in front of you.
Shoot him.
Nice.
Damage. I killed one.
Back.
There, one shot. Dead.
Nice.
Last team.
Good
Yeah,
swap.
off me.
It's gonna be hard.
You got it.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, let's pause it there.
Good game.
Now, it's a good fight. They almost get second place, which is solid, but that's not really what I want to focus on here. The first thing I want to focus on is the willingness for Zero, Genburten, and Hal to push the envelope. This is not one of my major points, but it's in tandem with it in that fight, because as they continue to push the envelope to find KP, they demonstrate what it's like to have that killer's mentality. In Apex specifically, but this applies to anything, those players who go for greatness typically are the ones that get it. The ones who wait for greatness to happen, and you might even say this is a life thing, it usually doesn't happen. And what I've always noticed about Hal, and I've noticed about Zero and Genburten, even when they were on opposite teams, is how willing they were to make plays and take a little bit of an inch and go a mile. Now, let's talk about the second biggest thing here, the major lesson that I'm looking at. And this is a pretty current lesson in Apex Legends. It is the Fuse exploit. Now, this is the Fuse exploit, or I'd say interaction, that many people are talking about. Hal throws down the evac tower, hits his ultimate with it, and then ultimately has a chance to see players running above on the bridge. He turns around and sees a player's footsteps before he peeks out and lasers that player with a pre-fire Havoc shot, and it actually works out really well for him. This is the type of thing that people are worried about. Should this be allowed for Fuse? Is this how it was intended to be used? So far, competitive and the design team at EA have not said that this is not allowed, so it will continue to be a part of Fuse's value that he brings to the table, and boy, is it a lot of value. This goes hand in hand with something else that I think is an important part that winners try to find, and I myself don't always have this element of me. There's some of us who like to win with grace and do it in a way that we look clean and perfect, and sometimes that's just unrealistic. When I would get into the most competitive soccer games that I would play at my collegiate level at D1, playing at UCLA, a lot of times it was, gritty. There were some things happening with some pokes, some pushes, some things the ref didn't see, the things you got away with that the ref didn't call. You learn to take advantage of your available resources. And I think in a lot of areas, many pros are constantly complaining about what this is versus this team, which is clearly all about one thing: winning. If we can use it and it can help us out, we will use it until someone says we can't. It is all about winning, and that ultimately is a winner's mentality, whether you agree with it or not. It's something that maybe we can learn from, especially if you lean, like me, towards the side of, well, if it's not right, if it's not, something that everyone is going to say, perfect, good job, we agree with you, then I won't do it. Sometimes you have to make a call. What's more important, getting the job done or having people like you? And clearly, this is a team that doesn't care anymore about whether people like what they're doing. All they want is the trophy. When I first heard about this interaction, I didn't know how impactful it was, and it actually caught me off guard on a broadcast. Now, I want to highlight how impactful it can be in this next fight with Hal when he gets pushed, isolated by himself against one of the best team fighting teams in the world, Team Liquid Alienware.
You on? I'm good. We're so split. I'm trying to back up.
I cracked him. He's 1 HP.
Yeah.
You will come.
Here's evac.
It's seen.
They trying to fuse up?
I don't know. They are. Yeah, they are. They fuse out already.
Shut,
One's there.
There's no one coming behind us, eh?
No, I don't think so. Only them.
Okay.
Look at the pressure from Fuse right now.
Yeah.
So good.
What's on left rock?
Fuse is here. One's on the big rock.
What's on this rock here? 100 of them cracked. Do it.
Woo!
They're on your side.
Ooh, that's a head peek right there. You can't even see him. Uh-oh.
Hit by 50.
Look at that.
We get hit by the bangle.
Look at this. Oh my god.
They're trying to push me. Look,
Woo! He's ready.
In the open. 50. Dude, you
so
guys
got baited so bad.
Oh my god. They do that every single time they fight someone, no? They just try to hit the guy that split.
This is a perfect example of how valuable that Fuse ult information is. Hal in this clip is isolated. He's away from Zero and Genburten, the rest of his team, and it's looking dangerous because the team ahead of him, who happens to be Team Liquid Alienware, one of our top 5 teams in North America right now, heading into our Split 2 playoffs, sees him and they start firing. They do a bunch of damage, so Hal has to get defensive and come up with a plan. He goes into his evac tower, and you can see how laborious this is, or laborious this is to do as a console player, where it would have been so fast as a mouse and keyboard player. He throws the evac tower down and hides behind cover while he throws the Fuse ultimate onto it. This single-handedly saves his life, because as the Fuse ultimate drops, he's able to now highlight the 2 Liquid Alienware players who are pushing him, thinking they have a distinct advantage, until they realize that the jig is up. They've completely been seen, and it allows Zero and Genburten to have that vision as well. They turn back around, and now while Hal throws an Arc Star, he can hide behind one more cover, shift out, and pop with a ton of damage from the Havoc. Now with the support of Genburten and Zero, they take a 3v2, and it's just Liquid Alienware solo who is left isolated by themselves for an easy cleanup. Without Fuse's ultimate covering so much distance there, there's a good chance Hal would have died and it would have been a 3v2 against Zero and Genburten. So have you made up your mind yet on the Fuse ult interaction? Like in life, most things have a push and a pull, a yin and a yang. It's not always good and it's not always bad, and in some cases, you may just be focusing on when it works. Now let's fast forward to another game where a Fuse ult is just as impactful and where a Fuse ult might have actually cost them the game. And you be the judge of what you think on whether this is an interaction that should stay.
Nice.
Let's go.
Shoot. I'm walking. They're pushing towards them. Right in front of me here. Crack them, you got a battle flank. Right side.
The one's on the right.
I just got Fuse ult.
Oh, look, near wall. They're in front of me somewhere.
He can't get to it because of his own Fuse ult right there. But they did see a few enemies.
Standing.
In front of me, dying.
So there's kind of mixed value there.
1 HP choke, 1 HP. One team left.
But yeah, it blocked him.
Looking left.
Yeah.
One's here. Two on my ping.
Like zip up, cut, 1 shot pass. Going.
Bloomer, they have bloomers.
Yep. Going. Right side still, right side. Oh, he's knocked. Okay.
I cracked one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's go.
Come here, I'm going
1
left.
HP. One left side. How does he see me? What the f?
I cracked them.
Decent damage. Fuse ult on that side. Oh my god. Good knuckle cluster, buys time.
What about?
Hang on, dead.
What about?
Sick,
Ooh, Jin's down.
Dead.
Don't die. Stop peeking.
I'm fucking stunned.
Oh my
Play
god.
the game. He's hit 40. He's hit 40. Nice.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
We're good.
Nice
They're
play.
not looking to the right yet. You can go
Good
left.
movement there from Hal.
Wait, underneath
Great
that
knuckle
maze is
cluster
coming.
as well. Buys him time for the bat again. There's more.
Sung.
2,000 and there's more.
On me. Oh, he dead.
Good reload.
It's a different guy.
Stop shooting. Save the bullet. Didn't
It's a
reload. Look
solo.
at
One
this.
guy's last.
Good little lesson there.
Knockdown.
I would have reloaded 1,000 times. He's just staying ready.
Chill. I got you sops. I'm getting Moby. I'm trying.
Don't be attached to what feels good. Be attached to what matters.
Go on.
There's no movies.
Drop 2 more.
I won.
Yeah.
I'm
This
7-2.
guy has 6 and we have
I can
1
hold, it's fine.
Kamadina.
Keep the.
Did you fucking loot?
He came out of the sky and I was
I'm
fucking
talking about you.
I checked 5 boxes and there was 0 bats.
I have ult. Still fight.
Yeah. Can you calm down? 20 seconds.
You guys are just yapping, dude. Holy.
I'll smoke you when we run out. I can bang on. I'm
You're gonna have to get back to building.
Yeah, bang on them. Yeah. You ready? I'm ready now.
Yeah.
Goodie back. I'm moving.
Kill thing.
41.
Kill
I smoked you.
Nay. There's blue armor on one inside.
All right, there's the
Break these
info.
fuse, yeah, break these fuse, get in.
Uh-oh.
Hey, fuse out to the... Wait, no. Wait, that's my fuse out.
That's out. Can break you?
Okay, batting.
Oh, you can't.
My fuse out was in the way.
Can you try to break it?
You can't.
It's
It's one of the ones you have to walk through. Left side coming. I'm just stunned.
On the bat.
Go right side of the building.
They're speaking right.
Go right side of the building.
They're in the corner. I'm nading it. I'm fucking them on the road. Oh, they're there.
Okay.
There.
On roof. They cracked. Dude, on roof. They cracked them. Oh, right. It's right there, standing on you. One more behind Jen.
It's dead. I
No. He's...
Bang just stood on roof.
There's a lot to unpack in that one. Let's pause it there.
That's it.
Now, what you might have noticed is in that first fight, although it was amazing once they got into it, where Hal's weaving back and forth within the rock, throwing knuckle clusters and thermites to buy time, and finishing off players and ultimately rezzing Genburten and getting the reset with 0 and a mobile respawn beacon. One of the things that happens early on in that fight is they throw their fuse ult and it blocks them out. So Hal would have had to run over his own fire, take excess damage and slow, and be in a position where he was very vulnerable. You don't want that at any point in time, and teams will actively avoid running into their own fire. In a normal fuse ult, you can control that really easily, but in this new evac ult, sometimes it gets wild and wonky, and where the fire falls can sometimes really hurt your team. As you can see here, Hal wants to throw the evac tower as they're about to push in the second half of this video towards the buildings, but ultimately the fire falls right in front of the building and doesn't allow Hal, Genburten, and 0 to go inside. This totally changes their game plan, and it forces them to push on the right side, which they find damage in and kind of get distracted. What you didn't see, but maybe we'll show you 0's perspective, because I do have 0's POV from his Twitch stream as well, is 0 moves all the way on the right side of the cat wall to try to find an angle on the players that Hal is grenading, but instantly realizes there's a player who was waiting for that wall to drop and shoots him and loses a 1v1. Now, he blames it on controller player. I probably would too. Hey, most of us probably would as well. But Hal, in that period of time, is not with Genburten. Genburten is fighting the team Hal was shooting. Hal goes back to the original plan of trying to go inside and shoots the piercing spikes from Catalyst. Now, this is something they'll probably look at in VOD review and go, we kind of got off the sauce there. But why did they get off the sauce? Why did they lose their game plan? Because the fuse ultimate stopped them from going into the building. Hal tries to go back to the old game plan. 0 separates and tries to get an angle. Genburten goes headfirst and tries to fight. And ultimately, while Hal almost salvages it, it's not a win. And this is something they can look back on and go, you know, the unpredictability of this fuse ult, while it could give us information, is hurting us where we like to have even more, which is knowing what a zone is going to do and knowing what players are going to do. This is kind of at odds with the fuse ultimate, which is supposed to help that happen, and certainly not in this case. So To me, I feel like we have a nice section of pros and cons of the Fusel. While it probably leads more towards pro, there are still a few cons to this interaction and some unpredictability that will hurt your play at high levels and sometimes in the most crucial of moments, a la our last clip. But I want you to tell me what you guys feel about this one, and what do you feel about players and the position that players have been put in to say, I'm either going to use this or I'm not going to use it because I don't feel like it should be in the game. Let me know in the comment section below, because clearly Falcons have an attitude of taking advantage of absolutely everything, and it's served them well thus far in their careers and probably will serve you. Now let's move on to one of my favorite points and lessons from this team in this next clip.
They're fucking on us. Fuck. They're going for L. You take it. It's counter, man. Come.
Yep.
Come.
Calm drop.
Can we kill them running up?
You're muted,
They're
Jen.
in front of me. Running.
I'm muted.
Oh, this is off a survey scan.
1x. 2
One's in the building.
You guys cracked.
Nemesis car, kind of an interesting weapon.
Hey, Butch,
Still round one, that's why it doesn't have a havoc
Yeah,
yet.
come on. We can force them off, I think.
You put the evac down?
Nice.
Put the evac down?
I don't have it.
Jen, you have the evac.
I'm putting it down, yeah.
Main door, anyone? Key door? Door?
Hold on. Just saying it.
I've shield, putting shield down.
All right, evac there.
Put down.
They get the value.
Nobody hit?
Watch out, bang! He's gonna die,
Dead.
Pay attention. Pay close
Actually, we don't
attention to
get
this fight.
I'm P.
There's a team behind us,
Yep. Chill. I'm P to high. I'm forcing a
I'm
fight.
dead.
What? We're gonna get killed. On me. I'm dead.
Hit on.
130. One.
2 damage.
Good damage.
I'm dead.
What are you doing now?
What do you mean, just chill? There's a team pushing from both sides.
That's why we just force them off and we're all full HP and they're just in us for no reason. I was shooting them blue. I can't.
He's up close. It's like 5 red parties.
Man! Fucking hell!
All right, let's pause it there. Now, what happens is the Falcons just push without any coordination, and it ends in trouble. Fuse ults are a heavy tax on Hal. It's the first part of this fight, and you could see as watching these scrim videos happen continuously, it's something that takes a lot of mental strain to just keep focusing on who has the evac, throw the fuse ult, then focus on taking the fight. Those are valuable seconds in a lobby like this. Sometimes it goes your way when you're aggressive, but in this case, Hal bites off more than he could chew. Now, it looks like the push was not coordinated, but who made the right call? Was it Zero to chill, or was it Hal to aggressively push? I was curious, so I went to Zero's stream and I watched it from his point of view. And rather than give you my opinion, I want you to watch it for yourself. Check it out.
You guys cracked.
I cracked him. We push.
Big cat wall.
Yeah, come on. We can force them off, I think.
You put the evac down?
Nice. I don't have it.
down? Jen, you have the evac.
I'm putting it down.
Main door, anyone? Key door? Let's go.
I'm just saying it.
I'm putting shield down. Put down.
Nobody hit?
Watch out, bang!
Dead.
Nice.
Make sure we don't get knocked here.
He's gonna push.
I'm P. Break you.
There's a team behind us.
Chill. I'm P behind. I'm forcing a fight.
Dead.
What?
Just chill.
We're gonna get killed. Me. Dead. 130. One.
2 damage.
Good damage.
I'm dead.
What the fuck are you doing now?
Just chill. There's a team pushing from both sides.
That's why we just force them off and we're all full HP and they're just in us for no reason. I was shooting them blue.
He's up close.
Fucking man! Fucking hell!
Now you tell me. In my opinion, it was Hal who rushed that fight and also didn't listen to his teammates' call. Now, this isn't truly the main lesson of this last part of the video, but it is a bonus lesson because I say it all the time and you can hear it in my broadcast, you can hear it on this channel, and you can pretty much hear it in real life as well. A bad call executed well is better than a good call executed poorly, which means you have to stay coordinated as a team. And where Falcons sometimes make mistakes, they can show us as players what we often do wrong in our normal games that we don't necessarily pay attention to. In Hal's mind, and if Hal was IGLing, it might have been the right call to push, but none of his teammates were down, and it ultimately wasn't his job to make the decision. That's where you can get confusion, frustration, and be less than the sum of your parts as a team when a game like that occurs. But this leads me to my most important lesson in the video, and it's the fact that these players, Zero, Hal, and Genburten, are some of the most adaptable players in the world. When things go wrong, they find a way not to eventually figure it out, but quickly adapt. And if you want to learn from them how they're able to win majors, how they're able to win match point finals, it's because when they make a mistake, they are faster than almost any other players in the world at acknowledging it, correcting it, and doing something different next time. In fact, watch this final circle. It will remind you very much of what happened in our first game.
Where's his teammates at?
I don't know, man.
I don't know what's going on.
Spider's probably free because they're still there.
Get back in, right
Kill
in
these
front of us.
guys. Kill these.
Did we shoot the first guy or last guy?
Last guy. Last guy. Last guy.
He's on.
He's on. They jumped off.
He's
Tree's on.
Jump off.
He did,
I know you did, right?
I'm pretty sure he did.
What, first guy? Yeah, you
Yeah,
did. Yeah, we can kill Skid.
Plenty fast.
He's right in front of me.
Right here, right here.
In the water.
50 flush, he's literally one.
Yeah, fair flash. Come on, shot.
He's dead to somebody else.
Where's his teammates?
They flew over, they flew over. I don't know.
Spiders. That was the guy that was full HP. Why did he jump off?
I don't know, man.
I was like trying to shoot the third gun. I think I hit the second guy and they were both like 60 flush.
I'm gonna say tree blocking.
He's still down. He's still
Two
crawling.
spiders. There is.
Scanning it.
Alright, close to him. It's to do it. It's his teammates.
Yeah, I don't have fuse out. I don't have fuse out.
Sprint to them to zero. You can go further.
Okay.
Let's go.
Tough fight to take.
We get evac off him. Checking.
See
No evac.
I'm
Wait,
getting
grenades.
I'm ready.
This is a tough fight to take, but it sets him up pretty well for the rest of the zone.
Crouching. I'm fighting Nate.
Fuse helps a lot, I bet.
Hey.
Nading too.
No damage off that.
Behind us?
Come down us. Dead.
Dead. I stepped behind.
Down to target.
I'm dropping the door.
Walk, up.
Yeah.
We're getting secured by somebody else. It's on that team. He died.
Oh.
Can I res you?
Hold tight. I got
Yeah,
you
they
back.
cleared it out.
I'm
Wow.
calling for bottom.
bad.
I'll call bottom. I don't see anybody
Yeah.
yet.
Phoenix.
We're
I'm
good.
good because. You actually come to me.
Shields are recharged.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Now notice their position here.
I could sky nade, but
I'll smoke in a sec.
they're trying to fuse on maybe us, I think.
I'm trying to cue this thing.
It's smoke.
This is exactly
Just go.
where they
Hang on
wanted
to
to
us.
go in game 1. They've
on the
now
back
made the
rail.
adjustment and found a way to be here in game 6.
Can't take them.
Take on me.
I fuse off the. They killed the solo. They killed the solo.
How in the devotion? You can't lose this.
You wasted all. Not up to.
They also use all. They use all also.
I'm nading them.
Nading it too.
Bad nades. They were right side. I don't think any was up top. Maybe one there.
Ooh, good damage.
Connected. I'm killing him. I'm dead. Go last.
Yeah, on us. Ready? Kick it.
What's
Swing
your
left.
left?
Swing left.
I'm swinging the shit. Nice, he backed up. Swing
Ooh,
right
what
side.
happened here?
I'm speaking.
My nades.
Swing left again.
He's on my right. Oh, my, I'm dead. Crack.
What on?
Woo!
Anyway, 136,
It's all you,
140, 140.
it's all you,
Oh,
it's
what the f?
Come on.
He's popping a bat.
Uh-oh.
Doing that.
Loading. Back an enemy shield.
Bro, what is that? Fire! Are you serious?
Oh, man.
Anti.
How the f do you lose that?
And let's pause it
you gotta-
there. I just want to highlight before we get into that final moment, which is amazing, of how quickly they make adjustments. You saw in game number 1 that they were approaching a zone and Hal was unable to get to that gravity cannon. Remember, he was trying to keep up with Zero and Jen. It just didn't work. He died and they ended up as a 2, placing, I believe, in 2nd place yet again. This time, though, they learn from mistakes quickly, adapt, and find a way to get to gravity cannon and are in priority position. I love this about them, and more so than almost any other team. They're brutal in their communication, yes, but they demand that of others because they themselves are so fast to shift to what needs to be done. They expect that from their teammates as well, and they have a low tolerance to those who do not show that level of flexibility and execution. However, maybe more importantly, maybe the biggest thing here is to take a look at who wins that fight. It's Verhulst from TSM. Big Dog Verhulst challenging the CEO, and he gets the job done. Maybe the real story is that no matter how hard you try, no matter how consistent you are, no matter how many videos you watch or amount of time you put into the training range, the real decider of it all is, can you hit your shots in clutch time? All these players have proven that, and it's made the difference in crunch time and resulted in championships. The only lesson here is that they are not infallible, and others, even their biggest of rivals, can do the same. Apex is a game that needs to be taken. I want to repeat that. Apex is a game that needs to be taken. It will not be given. And hesitation is often a bigger killer than overzealousness. Be greedy, be confident, be willing to fight and put your skills on the line against theirs. Otherwise, someone might just steal the crown. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more like this from Raynday Gaming. And as always, never give up, never stop gaming, and I hope to see you around next time.